Hello, Internet. Gino, that been Gino Grieco here again with another episode of Deep Listens, and today we're going to be talking with some of the other Giantbomb Community Endurance runners. We had our special Community Endurance Run Magic Pendulum speedrunning episode. It should be 2 weeks ago when this goes up, but I am here to talk to some other people who are participating because the Community Endurance Run is rapidly approaching, and part of what makes the Community Endurance Run so great is that we have a bunch of people who are all putting on their own weird little shows. And as someone who's putting on my own weird show, it's nice to hear what other people are doing, get more ideas, and let you know what sort of fun you can expect for the Community Endurance Run. So just a reminder, it is going to be April 12th through 14th. We are raising money yet again for Pencils of Promise, a charity that builds schools, trains teachers, and sends kids to school in developing nations. And this year we are trying to raise 10,000 big boys for Pencils of Promise. This will be the most we have ever attempted to raise, and it is roughly what it costs them to build a classroom at one of their schools. So it is a nice round number, and hopefully we will be helping a school get started. So go ahead, check it out. It's fundraise.pencilsofpromise.org/team. Or fundraise/pencilsofpromise.org/ I've got the team number, but I think we just need... Okay, yes. Fundraise.pencilsofpromise.org/GBCERIX, because we do Roman numerals. So, Giantbomb Community Endurance Run 9, GBCERIX. So, to join me in our discussion today, we've got Chris ZombiePie Redacted, who was making coffee before the show.
Hello. If you hear any hissing and weird like mechanical sounds, it's because I made coffee before the podcast, and Gino is very irate at me.
I am. Not thrilled. But today, in the spirit of charity, I'm going to look beyond that. And I am going to just try to stay focused on the Community Endurance Run. And we are also joined today by Jay, PersonZ on GiantBomb.com. Hello. Person_Z.
Oh, yeah. A lot of ways to differentiate my name. I think last year I went by PersonZ because I was pretty much tailgating off of the Dragon Ball Fighters thing. But this year I'll just go with whatever you call me. How are you guys doing?
Good. Doing well. So the Community Endurance Run is rapidly approaching. The announcement thread is already up. We have started fundraising. We've already raised some money, so that is excellent. We've got donation incentives that are coming up. We've got prizes that are coming out all the time. But, the focus of the show is all the streams and all the nonsense. So I just thought, let's talk about what people are planning. I've already talked about what I've got going. I've got Magic Pendulum. I've got our blindfolded barista brouhaha, which is, I don't need to explain what that is. Everyone knows what that is. So, ZP, what are you planning to do for the Community Endurance Run?
So I have a couple of plans, but the big one that I have, and let me just set myself up here. Are you ready for my presentation now?
Your presentation, is this a PowerPoint?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
So today I'm here. I'm glad I have you guys here. Hey there, Gino, that Pinguino Grieco, and PersonZ. I just wanted to talk to you about my new plan for raising money for these kids and this wonderful charity, Pencils of Promise. Are you all ready to hear about my pitch today?
Yes.
Can I get a hey-ya?
Hey, there you go.
All right. So glad that you're here today. So I just wanted to talk about how I feel like one of our biggest problems is that we're not getting enough investors and turning away a profit and raising funds for this wonderful charity. So my plan today is to talk about how we're going to create a new high-yield investment program in offshore investments to shore up our donations and make sure that we can really grow and make something special today.
I don't know if you're like Eric Cartman or some sort of oil baron.
Today, I want to talk to you about my new plan, especially on my Saturday stream, Ponzi schemes. They're the best way to bring together a bunch of money, collect investments, and overall raise those investments to create more money for charity. So let me go about some of the steps for this Ponzi scheme that I got here, okay? So first off, we're going to get a high
I'm
investment.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like
The beginning. There's no risk for those high investors at the
I
beginning.
thought I was here to talk about to hear about a timeshare offer.
We can do the timeshare offers later. Don't
I'm
worry.
waiting for him to bring up the essential oils at this point.
I have essential oils. I bought them already. We can theme them to be about pencils, though.
I want peppermint.
Peppermint oil was super expensive, so we're just going to go with the lemon oil scents and stuffs.
All right. Let's, Sure.
So how do we feel about this?
Your Ponzi scheme was poorly defined, and usually they work better when you don't call them a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, okay. So we'll just call it a pyramid scheme.
Well, people prefer multi-level marketing. It's much less scary.
What if I bring in some cryptocurrencies and just use the word cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and bitcoins a bunch?
Well, you said those 3 in a row, so now I think Tech Beetlejuice is going to show up and try to turn all of my monies into fake monies. So thanks for that.
So that's my plan. I'm going to set up and create a Ponzi scheme.
So you're
Gino.
How is this
feel
a
about
stream?
this?
Yeah, I mean, sorry?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to run your stream. That's not how this works. But I don't know how a Ponzi scheme will be a stream.
Well, I mean, it's just about talking about the fundamentals and how we all can grow together and set up these future investments and make hedge funding trading, futures trading, and offshore investments that allow us to all raise money. Charity.
Yeah, you keep saying charity and you keep saying fundraising, but none of the things that you're articulating here, other than those words, mean anything to me.
Let's talk about our complex strategies to create investments in the liquidity.
Where'd the music go?
Yeah, I feel like at this point you should be talking about diversifying your portfolios.
There's portfolios. I've got 5.
I've got
Let's
five
Let's get
manila
more
envelopes right here.
Just give me your money.
All right.
Gino, I need $10,000. Give me some money.
I think I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is we're going to invest into these children's future.
Yes.
Which will provide futures that we can short and then profit. Yeah. There you go.
Yes, that's the key there.
Okay.
Well, thanks for your presentation. I guess that's what you're doing for the Community Endurance Run. That's great.
I mean, I could eat canned meat.
Please don't eat canned
Jesus,
meat.
Please, no.
Don't threaten me.
Okay. I think we had our fun. That was a good joke.
Was it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
What am I supposed to do with all these essential oils now?
Drink them?
I hear they make good lemon chicken.
As long as my timeshare comes through, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm going to set up. I'm going to get an official sponsor for the Giantbomb Community Endurance Run with Deepak Chopra, so I think we're good.
Okay, great. So are you going to have a stream, or is it mostly this? Because I think this won't raise as much money as a stream.
What?
Unless you get way more nefarious.
Oh,
You
man.
need to at least use the term multi-level marketing instead of Ponzi scheme. I think that's just a novice mistake you've made.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever done this, so I guess you're right. I have to take the criticism to heart.
Yeah. So does that mean you're going to play Final Fantasy until you hurt again? Is that what the plan is?
I guess it does. But I had decided that I don't want to just play Final Fantasy because it made me hurt so much last time.
Yeah, last time we played 12 hours of Final Fantasy XIII, and that was a mistake.
And this year, apparently, Gino's a coward and won't be joining me this year.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Coward.
I'm cool with that.
You coward.
What are you doing? What's the plan?
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be following the format that I utilized last year, which was the 6-12-6 plus 1. For those that don't know, I just cannot, as I have learned 2 Giantbomb Community Endurance runs ago, when I did Final Fantasy VIII, that 24-hour streams are hard when you're playing role-playing games, especially not so great role-playing games. And I played 12 hours of Final Fantasy XIII, and I can tell you that role-playing games that are bad, and you know going in are bad, is pretty freaking hard. So Friday and Sunday are going to be what I will refer to as palate cleansers. They will be games that I enjoy playing and want to share. But Friday and Saturday will be 6-hour blocks, and then Saturday will be a 12+1 block.
So Friday and Sunday will be 6-hour blocks.
Friday and Sunday, correct. I apologize. So from 6 p.m. till 12 p.m., I'll just be kind of setting up my first stream. I decided, and there's a blog that will be going up soon, probably Monday, or actually this podcast comes out. So there will be a blog that talks about my love for the Star Wars Expanded Universe and the Legends timeline. So I decided there's really only one game that talks about the Star Wars Legends timeline in any way, shape, or form. On the PC, that is. I mean, we could talk about Shadows of the Empire, but that game is ass.
Mm-hmm. That's mostly true.
That game is ass. Although Dash Rendar is back in the canon.
When did this happen?
It happened during the Star Wars novelization of Han Solo. And Dash Rendar helps Han Solo get through a CD bar. So Dash Rendar is now back in the canon. A lot of things are back in the canon. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I assumed that Dash Rendar was a fake name that you were saying. So this is all news to me.
So I will be playing Star Wars Empire at War. But I'll be playing a total conversion mod of Star Wars Empire War known as Thrawn's Revenge. I'll be probably playing as the Imperials because I don't like playing some of the other campaigns. And plus, the Imperials have probably one of the more dynamic campaigns. This will be from 6 p.m. till 12 p.m., which is I guess, grand strategy game. It's got space battles and ground battles, although the ground battles are pretty bad. I have the option of being either the Pentastar alignment or the Empire of the Hand.
Wait, are these still in the Star Wars universe?
This is the Star Wars Legend universe.
Okay.
For those that don't know, there's what is known as the Expanded Universe, which is any depiction of Star Wars canon that is not in the movies. So your Star Wars Rebels, your Star Wars Battlefront 2, those things are technically canon, but they are not within the framework of a Star Wars movie. So they're actually referred to as the Expanded Universe. What I will be playing is the former Expanded Universe, which is known as the Star Wars Legends timeline, which is all of the content that was outside of the Star Wars movies that was canonical, but before the purchase of Disney. And so all of that stuff that was the original Star Wars Expanded Universe now is Legends. It's no longer canonical, but it has its own timeline. And the reason for that is that Disney recently announced that they will start supporting the Star Wars Legends timeline with new content, which is great because I love the Star Wars Legends timeline. So I can tell that Gino is super confused in all the words that are exiting my mouth.
Who's C-3PO?
C-3PO is a robot man.
Okay, so I have a quick question for you. Does that mean there is the return of Luke Skywalker?
No, he's still just in the Legends. He's not canonical. Although Grand Admiral Thrawn, thanks to Star Wars Rebel, is back into the canon. A lot of things have been returned to the canon, like Valence the Hunter,
That's
Jackson
not a real person.
Yeah,
Jackson the fucking rabbit is canon, and oddly enough, Timothy Zahn is back, and he's writing a new Thrawn trilogy set of novels. The first one came out a while ago. The second one's coming up soon. Like Darth Bane is back in the canon.
So you're going to be strategizing?
It's an RTS game.
Men to die?
It's an RTS game. I'll be playing a total conversion mod that has all of the post-Endor prior to the Yuzong Vong Wars. All of the represented in this grand galactic campaign, and I'll be playing as the Imperials. Speaking of which, if you wanted to know, the Yuzong Vong are back in the canon. It's crazy.
I don't know what a Yuzong Vong is.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy.
So it sounds like no one appreciates the New Jedi Order timeline.
Nope.
Yeah, not quite.
How about I say
the
some
movies.
names and see if Jason Solo.
What?
Operation Shadowhand.
Nope.
That's where they cloned the Emperor, and he came back from the dead, and they cloned him like 4 or 5 times, and then he had this big Star Destroyer that could shoot laser beams and destroy things.
Isn't that just a Star Destroyer?
Yeah, but they put the laser beam from the Star Destroyer, from the Death Star on a Star Destroyer.
Oh, okay. Didn't it need to be?
And then R2-D2 blew up the Star Destroyer by playing around with its mainframe robot computer thing.
Awesome. So this is an RTS game?
Yes, it's an RTS game.
Are you a Zerg? Like, who's the Zerg of this RTS game?
There are no Zerg. You're in the wrong canon. There's Natasha Dalla.
There's always a Zerg.
There's no Zerg. That's not how this game works. This is from the developed Petroglyph, so they're more like the Age of Empires style of RTS, although there's more kind of like a creative assembly format where you create units kind of on a turn-based format, and then you move those units around, and then the combat is... It's a really good game. I love Empire at War, and I think that the Thrawn's Revenge Total Conversion mod is probably one of the greatest mods I've ever played. There is a Yuzong Vong mod, but I'm not very good at it. There's a Awakening of the Rebellion mod that I quite like that's just set at the bridging the gap between the first movie, the first true movie, Star Wars, A New Hope, to Return of the Jedi, which is known as Awakening of the Rebellion. That one's good, but it's not as crazy and fast and cool as Thrawn's Revenge. And then plus you can play things like Grand Admiral Zinj and run around with Zinj's Empire, or the Uradu Authority, or the Great Maldrude Empire. Then there are the Hapens. Remember the Hapens, guys? Remember the Sun Crusher?
No. What do you think you're going to do in 6 hours for this? Like, are you
I'm going to
play
finish
some story games?
I'm going to play a story. I'll probably get through the first 2 eras, possibly the third. So the first era for the Imperials is from the fall of Sate Prestige to Isard and the Superstar Destroyer, the Lushanka. And
you could be making up things, and I would not be able to discern.
And then the second era is Grand Admiral Thrawn. So the strategy there would be to have the Lushanka take as much territory from the Uradu Authority as well, possibly, if I could, the Pentastar Alignment and the Rebels.
I'm going to have to seize control of this show. So you're going to you're playing this for 6 hours.
Correct.
With the Tushonka and
Lushanka.
Star Destroyers, the Black Hand.
No, that's actually Era 3. Operation Shadowhand is Era 3. If I can get to Era 3 within 6 hours, that would be pretty good. Okay, and then also I could have an Eclipse-class Star Destroyer that just shoots laser beams and it's super cool.
Is there any way people could donate to make you play less or more of this?
I would prefer not to. I always prefer Friday to be, here's a fun stream, let's go.
Okay.
I guess I could have people decide if I played as the Imperials, the Pentastar Alignment, or the Empire of the Han. I don't like playing as the Rebels, especially in the early eras, because they are so hit and run. Zinj's Empire, the Uradu Authority, they're just kind of one-trick ponies.
Can you change what color they are?
I'll be playing green, dark green.
Well, could people donate to make your color what they want?
I mean, I guess people could play to hear me talk about various parts of the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Like,
I'll pay to make you not talk about the continuing Star Wars Expanded Universe in this podcast.
Don't you want to know more about Garm Bel Iblis and the leader of the Carillion?
On Saturday, please stop.
Can we talk about Sunday
Jay,
first?
He won't
because
stop.
Saturday,
I can't help you here, buddy.
I don't want to talk about Saturday because I think Gino's going to kill me.
Okay,
so let's talk about
Sunday. Just anything else.
Yeah, let's.
So, Sunday is going to be, sorry for speaking so loud, but Sunday for me is I have to correct probably one of the biggest wrongs of the Deep Listen podcast.
You're going to play Roller Coaster Tycoon?
No.
Okay.
Although we need to do that.
We do need to do that for the actual show, yes.
I'm going to be playing Hatoful Boyfriend.
Oh.
Now,
fuck some pigeons.
No, exactly not. Because I have been telling Gino and Pete that everything that they think about Hatoful Boyfriend is wrong and that they need to play the true ending of this game to figure out what Hatoful Boyfriend is actually about. And they have laughed at me. They've called me weird names. They have mocked me. They've said mean things about me. And now I need to set the record straight. So it's a 6-hour stream. If I have time at the end, I'll probably end up playing what is my Saturday game or my Friday game, depending on how I feel. In fact, I was probably thinking if I have 2 to 3 hours, I'm probably going to have a user's choice. For $50, you get to pick a game that I play for the rest of the day. We'll get to that later. But I'm going to be playing Hatoful Boyfriend, but I'm not going to be playing the Hatoful Boyfriend we all know. The one that you saw Danny O'Dwyer talk about, all fun, or the dating game feature on Giantbomb. I'm going to be playing the Bad Boys Love ending, and only the Bad Boys Love ending.
You're going to
play Hatoful Boyfriend, stop. And if you played Hatoful Boyfriend and you know what I'm talking about, you know shit's about to get real. Shit is about to get real. Because we're going to play the true ending of Hatoful Boyfriend. Last time I ran through it, it was about 2 to 3 hours, so I would have half of my stream to play a game of a user's choice, and I'll probably have it be just a moderate amount of $50 to pick. If not, I'll just pick a game that I want to play.
You should make it whatever game gets the most donations instead of a hard $50, because that caps how much we can raise, and that's not the goal here.
Yeah, see, this is the brain, this is the heart. I'm the heart. I'm the heart. You're the brain. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how I have to right a wrong that Gino has perpetuated since we recorded that Hatoful Boyfriend podcast 2 years ago. Gino, you're about to get educated. You're about to get your brain all realigned. Because I've been telling you all of the things you complained about on that podcast were answered in this ending, this revelatory moment. And now I hear that you're talking about how Magic Pangle has a better story than Hatoful Boyfriend, has a better twist than Doki Doki Literature Club. My friend, you're about to get educated. You're about to get educated.
I'm really glad I'm not going to watch. Well, I'm not watching the stream, so I'm not going to learn anything.
You will watch my stream because it will be archived, and you will watch this, and you will apologize. You will apologize to me for saying, oh, man, I think the story in this game is really bad because it doesn't talk about what is the apocalypse and why are there pigeons. All of your questions I kept telling you for 2 years were answered, and you never had the agency.
Agency?
You never had the
Don't think
growth
that's the word
mindset.
you want, but okay.
You never had the growth mindset to expand your horizons, my friend. So now I must educate you. I must educate the world that what you know about Hatoful Boyfriend is a lie. It's a lie.
So I didn't fuck that pigeon?
You did not.
Okay.
This was not about pigeons in love. This is
Did the pigeon fuck me?
So, PersonZ,
In a way.
did you play Hatoful Boyfriend?
Not especially. I mean, I haven't.
Do you know what the Bad Boys Love ending is?
I'm not aware of that as of yet.
So is it Bad Boys Love or Bad Boys Love?
Yeah, like where's the comma there?
Where's the comma?
Let me look it up because I don't know either.
Is there a hyphen between boys and love?
Yeah.
All right. It is referred to as, give me a minute because I'm using Yahoo search for some reason.
Why?
That's
the darkest thing I've heard in this entire show.
Yeah, I mean,
And
wow.
you were trying to sell us essential oils for a bit there.
Give me a minute.
Darth Rendar.
Yeah,
something
Darth
about the dark hand.
Okay, it is Bad Boys Love Ending. There is no comma or apostrophe.
Okay.
I want to point out that the Wikipedia article has a separate essay for story summary called for Bad Boys Love Ending. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs long. The normal plot summary for the game is 2 paragraphs long. Actually, 1.
Excellent. Well, good luck on that adventure. And then
So
what's
wait.
Saturday?
I'm just going to set it up so as that people understand why I'm doing this.
I thought you did.
If
to correct me.
You will be quiet. You will be quiet. This is my pitch. This is my pitch. You will not take my money away. So, dear listener.
Never been threatened like this on my own show before.
Dear listener. For the Bad Boys Love Ending, after you have fulfilled a promise that the game asks you, do you want to understand the true meaning of love? Your character, who is a human in a boarding school full of pigeon boys, walks around a normal day, just chatting about, ends up meeting a mysterious man, is asked, do you want your wishes granted? She says yes. She ends up leaving to talk to Ryota, which, as Gino remembers, is the boy next door. She ends up not feeling well after talking, goes to the infirmary. Then she disappears. She is not seen for another day. You then take control of the game through the perspective of Ryuta. Then Ryuta is has a box mailed to him. He opens the box. It is the severed head of the protagonist with a note saying, I'm watching you. Find out the conclusion of this story during my stream on Sunday of the Giantbomb Community Endurance Run.
Well, that's alarming.
Yeah,
check that out.
The game basically becomes a murder mystery.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
I can get behind that.
But it goes real crazy. Like, you start finding her body parts all over the world. It's crazy.
The world? What, does this become like across the world in 80 days? Is that what this is?
No. In the university, it's complicated.
The games world, got it.
Yeah, the
So
games
it's like
world.
Carmen Sandiego, but instead of stealing...
And then you get started, you get chased around by a person carrying, like, scissors, like it's a clock tower.
Huh. Well,
It becomes full Silent Hill, except it's still in the form of a visual novel. You can die. Like, I've only been able to play it because I kept dying, and I kept getting stabbed to death.
Huh. Well, that sounds like a fun, refreshing Sunday. So then what's your Saturday plan? That's got you so upset?
Because Gino is a coward, and he's become soft, and is on a quest to break some sort of world record, get an Olympic gold medal in video games.
I want to be the Usain Bolt of Magic Pendule.
Oh, shit.
I'm just shaking my head right now. You're not joining me in another blood pact.
Not this time.
Not this time. Not
So
this
what
time.
are you playing?
Is Final Fantasy at any point represented in your streams, Gino?
It might be. My Sunday is still a little bit...
My
Sunday and Saturday a little...
You done fucked up.
I might play Cloud if we play Smash Brothers at some point. He's a Final Fantasy man.
Yeah, that is representation right there.
I can't believe that I have been abandoned. I have been abandoned.
This is the 9th fundraiser. I should have played Final Fantasy IX this time. Oh well.
You had an excuse to play your favorite game of all time.
I did. Though last time I wasn't supposed to play Final Fantasy VIII, and then I beat it anyway.
It took you 2 days after. It took you like a week after the stream ended.
Yeah, to finish it. Yeah, I had.
You
I
were
started
dead.
it on a whim, and I was very tired, and
It's almost like Final Fantasy XIII drained your life force.
it did. It wasn't great. So which
I
game
mean-
are you playing?
It does say that on the back of the box, to be fair.
That's true.
I will be playing Final Fantasy XIII-2 for
Oh,
12
no.
hours.
Why?
For 12 hours with the option, if I am to reach 70%, I was going to ask Gino, what should we set this at? If I reach 70% of my fundraising goal before the end of the stream, I will play an extra hour of Final Fantasy XIII-2.
Yes.
So it will start at 9:30 a.m. and it is set to end at 9:30 p.m. But if I reach, I'm going to say 100%. If I reach 100% of my goal, I will play an extra hour. I'm not gonna give you people an extra hour unless I've reached everything.
So if you reach 100%, you will play 13 13s?
13.
Yeah, that's actually Final Fantasy 13-2. In a nutshell, right there.
Fuck. It's all coming together. Well, this is going to be great. You're going to play... Do you even know what Final Fantasy XIII-2 is about?
Nope. I'm doing this blind. Great. I don't want to know.
I don't want to
know. I don't want to know. I think at most I'll do a quick little test stream because for some reason these modern Final Fantasy games always output audio real weird. I think Gino, you figured that out too.
Yep.
They output audio like super loud and they're a pain in the ass to stream. You know this, Gino.
I do. I stream them occasionally. So I would just say it's amazing because when we finished 13, I thought, wow, that's a game that's so complete. It just makes so much sense. Everything's just wrapped up. Why would anyone need to make a sequel? So it'll be interesting to see how they made a sequel to a perfect game.
All I know is that the protagonist is Nicole.
Yes. That is, yep. You're definitely right.
And you play as Lightning's younger sister?
Stephanie, yep.
Yep, her younger sister for the game. And there's time travel.
It's Stephanie and Nicole going around.
I seem to recall a friend of the site, Lieutenant Squiggs, has always maintained that this game is better than 13 because of how crazy the story is.
He maintains that it's the best Final Fantasy game. He's a lunatic.
Yeah, that may raise questions about people's sanity when they say such things.
He's always maintained that it's the best B movie in video game history, as I seem to recall.
Maybe. Ian thinks a lot of things. And
he really likes Final Fantasy X-2, and apparently the combat is very similar to X-2.
Yes, he also likes X-2. He has weird opinions. It's fine.
So I'm going to be doing a 12, possibly 13-hour blind run of Final Fantasy XIII-2. Should I play this game for 13 hours and then plus one? So I would be playing it for 14 hours?
Look, test your sanity, because I remember when you did the 24-hour Final Fantasy VIII thing, you started hallucinating at one point.
I did.
Yeah. Though to be fair, I'm pretty sure that visual novel was a hallucination we all shared, so...
Oh, did you play the visual novel stuff?
No, I saw you witness the visual novel stuff, and then I kind of just...
fucking weird. Oh, my God.
I think I kind of curled into a corner and started convulsing.
Great. Well, now that we've heard about ZP's plans...
So let's talk about the bread and butter of my donation goals.
Oh, yes.
We need to do this, Gino.
Okay.
So I want to reiterate that Gino wants to kill me?
No. I said you need to assess your health before you play 13 plus 1. 12 plus 1 is enough.
Yeah.
So let's just stick with 12 plus 1.
Yeah. Are you going to do the food thing?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes. Let's say it into microphones so that it must be true.
Oh my God.
We're going to do a food donation incentive program for this.
Yes. Following in Nicky Rooney's food steps.
Although I have assurances that to make sure that I am not actually going to kill myself.
Great.
I have my fate in the hands of Gino.
Yes.
So, Gino, why don't you summarize how this donation incentive based on food will not kill me?
So the way it's not going to kill you is because we are picking only wholesome vegetarian foods.
I hate my life.
As a vegetarian, I've convinced you that you should eat some healthy foods that maybe you haven't given a chance to, you know?
Vegetables are gross.
Vegetables are great. So these are vegetarian options because, CP, you've never had... You don't eat good foods.
I just don't like vegetables.
You don't.
I like fruit. I like candy. Candy has fruit in it. Like
sometimes.
Like, Skittles, they've got, like, fruit juice in them.
I thought that was rainbows.
Rainbows are fruit.
Just check the ingredients here. Rainbows. Checks out.
Yeah.
So, ZP, some of the things we've talked about.
Yeah.
Avocado.
Yeah, can we talk about why I'm concerned about having avocado here?
We should.
I don't know how to pit an avocado.
What happened the first time you tried to pit an avocado, ZP?
The first time I tried to pit an avocado, I used a spoon to try and spoon out the thing. And then when I spooned it out, the pit hit me in the face and gave me a bruise.
Great. What happened the second time?
I looked it up, and it's like, oh, just tap it with a knife and then twist, and then it comes off and it's stuck on a knife. So I tried the knife tap technique, except I kind of like sneezed or closed my eyes as I was doing it, and I missed the avocado and sliced the shit out of my hand.
I like that you're trying to saber this avocado.
And then I tried it a second time where I just tapped it. It got in there, but then like when I twisted it, the knife slipped, and then it fucked up my fingers again.
So you have never successfully pitted an avocado without hurting yourself.
That is correct.
So you're gonna try and eat an avocado.
Can I clarify? Can we, for the record, Judge, I would like to object. Guacamole is technically avocado.
I am going to. I guess you're right, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that's for the spirit of it.
Replace avocado with guacamole.
I am fine with that. However, Judge, I would like to stipulate that if he's having guacamole, he must make it.
No.
I think that's only fair, really.
No.
If he's going to have guacamole, he must make it, which means you need avocado, you need red onions, and you need some cilantro, and maybe some little tomatoes.
Fine, Gino, you win. It'll be an avocado with a pit. I ain't spending hours making guacamole.
It's not hours. It only takes a few minutes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty quick.
No, it's not. You guys are lying.
What if you smear the avocado? Could you smear the avocado on a piece of toast?
Yeah, that's what I normally do.
Okay.
I just get guacamole prepackaged.
No. Well, you can just pit the avocado and then smear the avocado on the toast.
Yeah, well, so far that's not gone very well for me.
Well, I'm glad we're not having you eat an avocado like an apple. However, what have you ever had beets?
I've had it in a can.
No.
Judge, I would like to object that canned beets are basically beets, and I should be allowed to eat canned beets.
Well, so in all fairness, when you're trying to pit an avocado, you tend to hurt yourself. What's going to happen when you try to open a can?
Great point. So the only way you can safely consume a beet is in its raw, unkept form. So you're just probably going to want to eat into that like it's an apple.
Wait, beets are like dirt.
Yeah.
I'm going to be eating dirt.
No, they're not like dirt. You rinse them first.
This is the worst idea. Beets are gross, Gino. Do you like beets? Do you like eat it with like artisanal goat cheese or something like that?
I've had it in salads. I don't usually eat beets that way. Have you ever had a radish?
Yeah, I think radishes might be a good thing.
I think radish is a thing you should eat like an apple.
Yes, absolutely.
So I have to eat a radish, like not pre-sliced radish?
Nah, you need to slice it with your teeth.
Ah, that's some bullshit. All right, so I've got avocado, beets, radish. What else did you said you had some sort of like tofu shit?
Yeah, you should definitely eat tofu.
And you said I have to eat a specific type?
Silken tofu.
That's the one where it's like Jell-O, right?
Yeah, it's the jelliest. Get some soy sauce. Put some soy sauce on that. That's a nice snack.
I don't hate tofu, but I prefer the harder tofu.
Nah.
Like deep fry.
No, we need the softest tofu.
Oh, man. The texture for that stuff looks horrible. Okay, and you said you had some fruit?
Yeah, have you ever had pomegranates?
I mean, like pomegranate juice? I'd like to object and say that pomegranate juice, like pom, is legitimately basically what pomegranate is without any of the futsy stuff.
Can you define what futsy means? I'm not sure.
Like having to ruin your clothes because the juice is getting all over the place.
Judge, I wasn't able to catch that. Could he say the juice is going all over the place again? Just for the record?
The juice is going all over the place.
Okay.
I feel like making a decision on this at this time I think we need to abstain at this moment. Perhaps.
Okay, fine.
Perhaps you should just eat the pomegranates, though.
Okay. Speaking of juices. We have to do mango because Gino wants to poison me.
Yes, you should definitely eat a mango.
I don't know how to peel a fucking mango. Can I get pre-sliced mango?
No.
I'm pretty sure that would cost you millions of dollars.
It would cost you so much more to get the pre-sliced mango.
Can I at least get the mango that's cut in half? Oh no, wait, that's Saba.
Use a knife.
Yeah, that's actually one of the easiest ones of these to eat. To be honest, the mango, it's really not that hard.
Isn't the skin poison?
No, what?
It's not. But even if you didn't want to eat the skin, just use a knife.
Is the skin edible?
I don't know.
It is. It doesn't taste. It's kind of like a grapefruit almost, where it doesn't taste good. But grapefruit just doesn't taste good, to be honest. But
yeah,
I love grapefruit. I love grapefruit. Don't you dare talk about my friend grapefruit.
Have you ever had rhubarb?
I mean, as a pie?
No, that's why. You've never had a pistachio, right?
Yeah, we have to put pistachios.
You should have pistachios.
Those are a pain in the ass.
Exactly. All these nuts
delicious.
that he's picked that I have to shell. How many pistachios do I have to eat? If I'm going to put pistachios, how many am I eating?
I mean, once you start, I don't know how you stop with pistachios.
Okay, so 10, we're going to say 10 nuts. Do we want to talk about why you picked sunflower seeds and why I don't want to eat sunflower seeds?
That's your call. I said sunflower seeds because I thought you might not know how to eat them, and that might be funny.
Do we want to talk about why I
do you want to talk about why we're not doing sunflower seeds?
Not
okay,
really.
Then we won't.
Let's just say it's gross.
Let's just say you don't know how to eat sunflower seeds.
I know how to eat sunflower seeds. I just know why.
Let's say you learned the hard way.
Wrong way.
Okay, so
I think
are there any
aloe
other fruits?
Water.
Oh yes, you should definitely drink aloe drink.
Aloe water or drink.
I don't know if it's a water so much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more of a.
It's a bebida.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a thing that they.
Like weird green juice that has all that weird chunky stuff in it, right?
Yeah. It's aloe.
Great. That shit looks gross.
Great.
Yeah, I mean it's good for you theoretically.
So here's the thing.
Melon.
1 minute. So
yes.
I'm going to be playing this game in theory for 12 hours. The hope is that I can get someone to sponsor all these donation incentives so every hour I'm eating something. We are at 8. I would like to get 12.
You had baby carrots? Do you like carrots?
I thought you said you were going to make me eat like a normal carrot and I would have to shear it or just eat it raw.
Don't eat a raw carrot.
Yeah, you can eat a raw carrot, but it's just not very enjoyable.
No.
Unless you want to do a Bugs Bunny impression.
You've never had... Yeah, I wanted you to just have a bell pepper with some hummus.
Fucking goddamn it. Bell pepper with hummus. I just
hated that idea. I don't know why. It's delicious.
Because hummus tastes like a lemon plant's fart.
You could just eat the bell pepper then. Bell peppers are pretty good.
This is gross.
You have the oddest palate. I don't...
Tastes like a lemon's fart.
Have you ever had a horned melon?
What I don't even know. You keep saying these animals and plants, and I don't know if they actually are real.
It's an odd melon. I had it once.
I don't know if I
would
be able to find that. I have to actually be able to find these things.
Might be at the Whole Foods.
Do you have an Asian supermarket nearby you?
Yes, I do.
Then
I live next to one.
Yeah, it's absolutely there. They also have durians. Be careful.
No.
Be real
I
careful.
told Gino that I refuse to eat a durian because I have had durian. I do not want to ruin my fucking deposit on my apartment because it now smells like durian.
Wow.
I'm not-
Jeez.
I wasn't going to say that, so that's
Yeah.
good. Dodge that bullet. Do you like Brussels sprouts?
Wait, what? Did I say something offensive? Durians smell bad.
No, they don't. That's not offensive. I agree with you there. That's why I was telling you to be careful. If anyone was going to bring up the durian, you should say like, "Hold on, maybe
I
not
know what a
durian."
durian is, and I know that it would make my apartment smell like a durian, and I would not like that.
All of these things that just for the record, Jay, all these things I've said are pleasant things to eat for the most part.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Fucking not a beet, not a fresh beet, like biting into it like
the
it's
beet
an
and the
apple.
radish are.
Yeah, those
You
are.
gotta have some that are bad.
Well,
Okay,
the
then,
radish
then
isn't too bad though.
Give me a bad pick. What is a bad pick for Gino?
What is a bad thing to eat? Something
Kale.
vegetarian that I don't. Yeah, kale's not great. Just raw kale.
Raw kale is the worst.
Oh, like I have only had like kale chips.
Kale chips are good. Raw kale is bad.
Yeah.
You could have raw kale. I don't generally eat raw kale without dressing, but you might need to.
Isn't kale poisonous if you eat too much of it?
No, not
No,
everything
that's-
is poisonous.
I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of exposure to vegetables. Like you need to start specifying how much I need to eat. Like, do
You
I
ever had
eat like
fennel?
wait,
Oh.
Gino, going back to the kale, one leaf, one entire leaf,
Just have like three, 4 leaves.
three
Yeah.
Kale.
leaves. They're like a big bundle.
That's not a lot of kale. It's not.
3 leaves.
You're gonna be a bit. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be a big boy. You're gonna have 3 leaves of kale. It's gonna be okay.
God. Isn't
Yeah,
fennel like an onion? It's like a white onion on the bottom, and it's got that weird like dill-looking stuff on top.
Fennel's great.
Yeah, it would be a very good palate cleanser to be honest, because it's kind of almost like a licoricey flavor to
Yeah,
it.
that is.
I get
that's
that,
where
but
that flavor comes from.
like, I hate to say this again, but aren't like the flowers on fennel poisonous?
No, I've eaten fennel. Fennel is an Italian delicacy. I eat it all the time. It's delicious. Just eat the fennel.
What part do I eat? Do I eat the
Yeah.
leaves? Do I eat the white part?
You eat the white part.
How
peel
much of
the
the
white
white
part
part
off.
am I eating? Am I eating one bulb of
Eat
fennel?
the whole thing. It's delicious.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a
But
good
it
palate
tastes-
cleanser.
Doesn't it taste like licorice?
Like a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you have to concentrate it.
Don't
to
I
make it
have
taste
to like
licorice.
peel off like the outer layer,
Yeah, and you
like
eat
an
it.
onion?
Yeah, and you eat it.
I don't
Just
know.
don't eat the green part. The green part isn't. I mean, it's not bad for you. It's just not. Doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it doesn't really taste like anything.
90% of it is green. So what am I eating?
You're eating the white part.
Only the white part.
Yes. You're peeling
Isn't
the white
green
part away.
part the stuff they put on salmon when you go to a restaurant?
I don't know.
No, that's Are you talking about the stuff on the sides? No, that's
Yeah, that
ginger.
green shit.
Oh no,
Have you
that's
ever had
wasabi.
ginger?
Ginger and
Yes,
wasabi.
I have, because Gino, I keep telling you, I'm part Asian. Of course, I've
I
had.
know. I'm just making sure because I'm thinking of more intense flavors, and you've definitely had wasabi and you've definitely had ginger, so those are out.
All right, we have 12. We only need one more.
Jay, do you have any suggestions on vegetarian foods?
There's always what the Italians call lupini, or the Portuguese call tremosos.
I don't even know what the words are coming out of your mouth.
Those both sound bad.
They're
What is?
they're basically just, depending on how you get them, they're just kind of like little beans that you could pop in your mouth and eat raw.
Oh yeah, Gino.
The Portuguese and the Italians like heavily salt them before they're eaten, but I wouldn't suggest that because you will die of salt.
Dehydration.
Okay, Gino, you need to pick a bean.
A bean? I was going to say, what if we put an ice cream on there just to make you happy?
Okay, yeah, let's put ice cream or cheese.
What if? Oh, I know what we should do. So my wife has 2 gigantic ice creams that she very much enjoys, 2 different brands. I will give you the descriptions of each, and then you will get to pick from which family I will suggest.
Okay, Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey.
No. Do you want... So one of them is kind of like the best version of whatever ice cream you want. It is a very traditional ice cream, but it's just the best version of whatever flavor.
I want you to tell me what both of them are.
They're both ice creams. They are regular ice creams.
No,
Well,
but tell me what the flavors are.
So, like black raspberry chip, you've got cookie dough chocolate chip, you got your peanut butter chocolate chip. Their chocolate chips are very irregularly sized.
Wait, Gino, I always forget. You're vegetarian, right?
Yes.
You're not vegan.
No, I am not vegan.
So these still have egg and milk in them.
Yes,
right?
this is ice cream.
Thank God. Oh, okay.
This is ice cream. I'm being nice.
Okay.
So one of them is like the best possible version of whatever ice cream you would want. So it's just normal flavors. You got your mint chocolate chips, your cherries, normal flavors, but just the best version of any of them. It's the best normal ice cream I've ever had. Or there's another brand of ice cream made by a person who worked for the company that made the first ice cream, but her flavors were too crazy. They were too out there. So she started her own ice cream company that makes nothing but odd flavors. But they are all excellent. They are just different. They're flavors you will not see anywhere else.
What? Okay. What do you think will make for better content? Because I'm all about the kids.
I think that probably the weird ones will make for better content.
That is definitely true.
All right. I will be able to find the crazy flavors, right? In a store.
You will probably need to look up where they're sold near you. There's only a few specialty spots near me that sell them. But
remember, I live in the West Coast, so if you're telling me about like this East Coast brand,
it's not East Coast. It's mostly in specialty stores, like a Whole Foods might have it, or your local fancy.
For
store.
someone who is an anti-capitalist, you sure are repping the Amazon machine right now.
Would this be at the Food Lion?
It would not be at the Food Lion.
Shit.
I live next to a lion market, so I appreciate that you know what that is.
I know what the Food Lion is. So I guess we're going with the second one?
Yeah.
So this is Jenny's ice cream. Her ice cream is delicious, and we've got a bunch of options here. So
I'm looking it up. Jenny's ice cream. Because I got a little confused because, your wife's name. So I thought, we're going to send a package of your wife's ice cream here.
No. Jeni.
Okay. Now I need to see if there are places where I can find this.
You will probably be able to find it.
Okay.
So we've got things like Brambleberry Crisp. we got to get to the weird flavors. What are the weird flavors that are in season now? Because sweet potato toasted marshmallow is not on the shelves anymore.
Sweet potatoes are gross.
It's so good.
Sweet potatoes are fucking gross.
What's in the spring collection? We've got lemon blueberry parfait, Savannah buttermilk. No, none of these sweet cream biscuits. That one's pretty good. I don't see celery or absinthe, which have been flavors that have been in.
I'm seeing something called pickled mango, which I'm trying to picture that in my head, what that would taste like, and I'm just pulling up nothing.
Sucks so much. I cannot see if this stuff is available in my neck of the woods.
We will be able to find it
It's available in Detroit.
Excellent.
I don't live in Detroit. Where to buy?
We'll find
okay,
it
I'm gonna let me find out. I forgot my zip code. Oh, God.
Don't say it into this microphone.
I will not say my but I forgot my zip code.
That's not on me.
90210.
Yep. That's the number.
Rest in peace, guy whose name I already forgot. Shit.
Indeed.
Harry, that's what his name is.
Oh man, Gino wins. There's a Whole Foods 3 miles away from where I was. Damn it! Now I actually need to, that means I can basically buy all the stuff on this list.
Excellent. So
all right.
Look in there, find the weirdest sounding flavor to you, and pick that. They probably won't have absinthe. They probably won't have celery.
All
if they
right.
have Bangkok peanut, you should get the Bangkok
man,
peanut.
I hate you so much, Gino.
It's delicious ice cream.
So, like, I'm going to find the weirdest flavor.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
let me...
They'll all be good. They're all good.
I understand this, but you need to define, because now I'm looking at their flavors. You need to now define what is weird and what is not weird. Because
I can't.
what is a fluffernutter?
Oh boy, I'm not sure I'm prepared to explain that to you.
Is that the one? Is that the sandwich where you put like marshmallow cream?
And banana.
I just remember putting marshmallow cream. All right, so that's marshmallow cream. What is a brambleberry? What?
Well, you
Goat
look at
cheese
that.
and red cherries? That sounds gross.
That one's delicious.
That sounds disgusting.
Well, you're going to need to pick while you go over that. So this will be a donation incentive.
This
We will
is
have
super
dollar
moon.
amounts.
What is
That one
super-
tastes kind of like cereal, like
Okay.
marshmallow cereal, like a Lucky
Okay.
Charms sort of deal.
Hey, at the very least, no one's forcing you to eat rum raisin.
Yeah, and also at the very least, you ate a Vienna sausage once and gave yourself food poisoning. None of these things will give you food poisoning.
All right. I mean, I actually do like. Can I put on the list can of like sardines or something like
No.
that?
You're vegetarian for a day.
Wait, no, this is not enough food to fill me for an entire day. That I can still go to the Burger King, right?
No. You eat enough radishes till you're full.
No, Gino, that's some bullshit. I get to
Fine,
still go to
fine.
Burger King.
Fine. All right, so thank you, ZP.
Hey, Gino,
This is
how much are people paying to make me eat bad stuff?
Should we do should it be a sliding scale for each thing? Or are you trying to do one an hour?
I mean, I want to do one an hour.
You want to do one an hour.
But like by choice, or for money?
Or for money.
You're right. I can't have it both, can I?
Yeah, no, you can't.
No, you can't have it both ways. That's true.
Damn it. So, I
Not
guess
unless
now
it's like a percentage of how much your total you raise, and as long as you raise it, you eat it on the hour.
Yeah.
do you think that would work, or do you think it's better to put hard values on these?
I think it's better to do as a percentage of your total because, like Nikki put when he did his food challenges, the maximum total amount he could raise was basically like $100, and he ate an onion like it was an apple. So I think that if you're going to do something like that to yourself, you should aspire to raise more money.
All right, so I'll figure it out later. But so I just need to run down these. We're going to use a power ranking. You're going to say easy, medium, hard,
Yeah.
or devil tier, like super hard. You can also say super easy, but just keep in mind that we have 13 things now.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, avocado with a pit. Easy, medium, hard.
I feel like
I
that's
mean,
an easy.
That's
Aside
an easy,
from the
but
personal injury.
yeah,
Okay.
you're bad
Easy.
at doing it.
A fresh beet.
Medium.
Yeah, I agree with medium.
Oh, God, I think that's probably the hardest one. Okay, we forgot to define how many radishes.
If you're eating the radish like it's an apple, one radish is fine.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, easy, medium, or hard?
Medium.
Okay.
Yeah, medium.
Silken tofu.
I personally find that easy, but you will probably find it medium. I don't have a texture problem with it.
Yeah, that really just depends on if you have texture problems, I would put that at hard. If you don't, then easy.
Have
Okay.
you ever had natto?
Yes, that natto
Okay.
is gross.
Okay.
So maybe in the harder side then.
Let's go with medium. Pomegranate. I think the preparation is going to be the hardest part.
It's just the prep.
So, how do you want to rate it?
Easy. I'm going to say
Yeah,
easy.
that's an easy.
I hate you so much. Okay, fine. Mango.
Easy.
Yeah, that's super easy.
You guys are going to kill me. Okay, pistachio.
I would
10
actually
nuts.
argue that's hard just because like it's a pain in the ass. The frustration alone makes it hard.
Yeah,
Hard.
I think you need. Yeah, we'll put that at hard, though it's delicious.
Yes.
Okay, aloe drink. How many liters? Or let's say I have to drink half of the bottle.
Let's say you drink all the bottle.
Yeah,
All the
like
bottle?
a good 500 milliliter bottle.
Or I have to drink the entire bottle. I would say that's hard.
I would agree with that, to be honest. That's pretty... I'm not a fan.
I like it.
Okay, bell pepper with hummus.
That's so easy.
Yeah, that's the easiest of all of them.
You guys are assholes.
I put that out to serve guests.
All right, horned melon.
That's easy. I mean, actually, medium. Medium. It's a weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing.
All right,
I've never had
think-
it, so...
You don't
This
think
is-
the inside of that's going to be what it is? Go ahead.
Wait, can I at least gut it to where it doesn't have seeds?
I mean, the inside is weird. You'll see. You'll open it up and you'll realize.
No, I know what an inside of a bell pepper looks like,
Oh,
but
yes,
I'm not
yes.
eating the seed.
No. You don't eat the seeds.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could pretty much just dice it into 4 pieces, scrape away the seeds, and eat it that way.
Yeah, that's how you should eat it. In fact.
Okay, so I'm going to say that this is super hard. 3 leaves of raw kale.
That's difficulty level demon right there.
That's
super
the bad
hard.
one.
1 bulb of raw fennel.
That's easy.
Yeah,
Or-
that's fairly easy. Unless you don't like licorice, in which case, hard.
And then asshole ice cream.
It's delicious ice cream. Jenny's ice cream is excellent. I will say it depends on what flavor you get and how much you eat.
Right now I'll put it as super easy. So now we need to
that's
figure
your reward.
out.
That's a nice treat.
We'll figure it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 easies, 1 super easy, which is apparently the ice cream. We have
Weird.
1, 2, 3, 4 mediums, 1, 2, 2 hards, and 1 super hard. So it's kind of like a pyramid. Nice how
Okay.
that works.
Multi-level.
Okay, so why don't you organize it and then see how you want your 13 hours of hell to progress and which food you would like to kick off each hour with.
Okay. And while I figure that out, I guess PersonZ, it's your turn.
Jay, so what are you doing?
That's right, I'm supposed to have plans, aren't I? Jeez. Ah, my God. Well, I mean, last year I essentially held a Friday night thing where it was basically me and a bunch of friends over, and we just kind of, I think it was the whole like fighting games, and then when you lose the fighting game, they stick you in the VR thing.
Yeah.
I don't have the VR stuff anymore, so I can't really do that, but I do have a sort of idea which will make one of my friends somewhat happy. He's always been obsessed, like, oh, we got to play Gauntlet Legends. We got to play Gauntlet Legends. It's a game which I personally hate with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Is
So
that the one where it was just a quarter thief that would be in arcades?
I'm not sure that one was in arcades. I think Gauntlet Legends was a Nintendo 64 game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, but yeah, they're notorious quarter thieves. Those games, it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, you need more health, put in quarters, kind of like the first instance of pay to win, quite literally, sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I personally hate Gauntlet Legends. Never really was a big fan of it. So I guess the punishment for losing a fighting game this time is to be forced to play Gauntlet Legends with pretty much my friend. I'm going to call him Mike because that's his name. It makes sense, right?
So is he just going to be playing Gauntlet Legends and then the loser is going to have to play with him?
Yeah, that's essentially it. Really, I mean,
That's awesome.
that's really all it is.
Time
So,
out.
Yeah,
I need to call a timeout.
Yeah,
So
sure.
there's like 5 different versions of Gauntlet Legends, and they're all kind of different. Like I think the arcade game is fine, and all of the home ports are horrible, but different levels of horrible. Like there's a Dreamcast version, a PlayStation version. There's that god awful N64 version.
Oh, you're just making it so much better, aren't you? Okay, so I don't own a copy of Gauntlet Legends. He does, and the last console he ever purchased was a Nintendo 64.
Oh god,
So-
that version.
Yeah, it's going to be that version.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh
So
Lord.
that's essentially my Friday. I'm thinking I still need to choose a fighting game. It might just end up being Dragon Ball Fighters again. We'll hold some sort of like bracket tournament, and then the losers will have to play Gauntlet Legends, whereas the other ones will be set free.
So are the losers going to be shuffled off to a side camera where they'll be playing Gauntlet Legends, or are you going to play fighting games until you're done with fighting games, and then when you're done, the loser goes off to play Gauntlet Legends?
I mean, those are actually both really good ideas. You know what? I might be able to pull that off. It's basically going to depend on whether or not I'm able to pull it off. But I think that's a good idea. Essentially, like, if you lose in fighting games, you have to be sent to the Gauntlet Legends dungeon and continue playing Gauntlet Legends with Mike.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get to play fighting games anymore.
Yeah, it's
You're
all
a
right.
Dwarf now.
Yeah. You play as the Valkyrie or the dwarf, and all they do is just throw shit. Like, it doesn't matter. They throw shit.
It's fine.
Something about keys that the one wizard man keeps yelling at you. I don't know.
Excellent. Do you have any donation incentives for this fighting game / Gauntlet Legends stream?
Well, so the last few years I've been basically doing physical challenges. The first, 2 years ago is when I started doing this, where I was doing the push-up club thing.
Yep.
Last year I did push-up club plus squat club. Unfortunately, I've had a pretty bad fall literally 2 weeks ago where I landed straight on my butt.
Oh,
and
no.
I don't think I could do squats, which leaves me with push-ups. So push-up club will return. I am once again going to be doing for every $1 donated, I will be doing a push-up. If people donate in brackets somewhat larger, then let's say they donate $10, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, right? If they donate $20, I'm going to make it a bit harder for myself. Instead of doing 20 push-ups, just regular-ass push-ups, I'm going to be doing alternating push-ups, which are kind of like the push-ups you do in order to prepare to do the one-handed push-ups.
Ah.
Yeah, so, and I would make a donation incentive to do the one-handed push-ups, but I can't do those. Like, I can't actually do those yet, so.
Can you do clappers?
I might be able to do clappers. Tell you what, if I get something like a donation of like $50, I will attempt to do clappers. If I fall flat on my face, that's fine. It's just
excellent. It's
just one of those things.
Will your friends be joining you in Push-Up Club?
Well, it depends if they want to. I'm not going to force them to. I feel that the danger of Gauntlet Legends is punishment enough, but you know,
that's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that's mostly the Saturday thing. For the remainder of the time, I'm still not 100% decided on this, but I was actually considering, I mean, you guys were talking about it earlier, I was considering Final Fantasy IX, to be honest.
Yeah!
Yeah, and that was mostly because that's a game that I've never actually beaten that game. Throughout my entire time as a young adult up until now, I've attempted to play through it 3 or 4 times on the PlayStation, and every single time...
First part of that game is bad.
Well,
no, it's not.
I've played worse, but I feel like I keep getting to this one point, and then I turn the console off, and I go on the console the next day or the next time I try it, and the save's corrupted. So that's happened to me 3 times in my lifetime.
I can teach you how to speedrun it. I can teach you how to finish it.
Doesn't change the fact that all the characters in the story is boring for 5 to 6 hours.
It's not true.
It's really boring.
So
I'm not lying. Even you admit that the story is slow.
It starts a little slow, but it's good. I can teach you how to beat it in like 10 to 12 hours.
Can you teach me how to beat it so I don't have to rely on a save file that will corrupt and ruin my dreams again?
If you beat it in one sitting, you'll never have to worry about it.
That's technically true.
I would say that the Steam version of Final Fantasy IX also has some quality of life stuff that makes it easier.
Yes. Yeah, the Steam version shouldn't corrupt also.
It has like cloud saving and stuff.
Okay.
I can show you how to beat it very fast. Well, actually, if you're going to actually be trying to read the dialogue, that might make speedrunning it the way I know how to impossible.
Well, I may not entirely care too much, to be honest. The majority of the first half of the game, I know what happens, so...
Okay, I can show you the way. We can talk about this.
All right.
I have learned how to speedrun it.
How long are you playing 10? How long are you playing it for? How long do you think you will be playing Final Fantasy X for?
9.
9, actually.
9. Yeah, sure.
So that would probably start early Saturday morning, and I'm going to play it until I pass out, basically.
Okay, we can get you to beat that. And
yeah. So I plan to beat it probably sometime mid-Sunday, is what I'm guessing I'll be done.
I've got an entire notebook of everything you need to do every step of the way so that you can speedrun it. I've got this.
I just want to point out that Gino has promised to help me with speedruns, and then he didn't give me shit.
Well, you didn't. That's not true. One, I have helped you. Two, you usually don't ask me to actually show you how to do that.
So there is one thing I do want to ask. Is this game going, since I haven't actually beaten it, I've gotten, well into the game multiple times, but I think last year I played Nier, and that basically was slowly destroying my soul. Will this game destroy my soul?
It shouldn't. So the only things I will say that are negatives about 9 are that the combat system's a little slow, but the game is overall, I think, well-paced, and the story is good. Nier, I don't think that's true.
So wait.
I don't think either of that is true.
Are you saying Nier, as in like the game Nier?
Yeah.
The first one?
The first one.
Yeah, the one where
they're all
halfway
bad.
through the game, it turns into a text adventure. That was...
Yeah, that one...
Wait, you didn't like the fishing stuff in Nier?
That was the only thing I looked up in Nier because I heard you could get stuck for years on the fishing stuff. So that was the only thing I knew about Nier going into it. Everything else about it kind of just geez. I don't know.
Yeah, I can Sherpa you through Final Fantasy IX. It's a good game. The overall story is excellent. It's my favorite game. So I think you'll be fine. It's not... It's a quality game.
Okay. I will admit it's a quality game. I just feel like you have to get to Act 2 to 3 to really get to the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree, but also I've learned how to speedrun it so I can get you through the part that he complains about in an hour.
And I feel like the problem that I have with Gino is for you and me, PersonZ, it's actually way harder than what it makes it. I can watch a speedrun of Super Mario Bros. 5 or 6 times, and I still just get to the point where it's I can't do that. Not
but
possible.
This is a role-playing game. You can do it. The execution's not hard. Anyone can do it. Okay, so that sounds great.
Yeah.
So we've got a few more.
What was your Sunday plan
events.
Again? Do you have a Sunday plan?
I do sort of have the Sunday plan is basically just a continuation of the Saturday plan. Once again, more push-up club while this is all going on. The last few years I've done a whole thing where if I reach my donation goal, I will sneak in another game at the end for as long as I can stand it. So it's more or less the same idea. If I reach my goal this year, which I think is 300, I will just basically continue playing until I actually pass out of exhaustion, in which case I'm hoping someone will just kind of walk by and just kind of kick the computer so that it turns off.
Yeah.
I would aim higher than 300. We're trying to get to 10,000. We gotta shoot for the stars and the moon.
I don't even remember how much I set my goal to be last year, and I don't feel good about setting it super high, Gino.
Not super high, but 300, 500 is not.
How much did you set your goal for?
I think mine was $1,000 or something last year.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to set mine at. I'm not going too high. I might go to...
No, not too high. I just think 300 is, with push-ups and with everything else, I think you'll probably get there, and then you'll just be doing the extra game.
All right.
Oh, man.
So what you're saying is you're trying to protect me from overexhausting myself.
Yes.
Or at least you're going to got to make it worth the kids' while.
Well,
Exactly.
then where's my protection? Because you've basically made it to where I have to eat all this bullshit food.
I feel like the protection is in the nutrients that you will be ingesting, not congesting.
Yeah,
that's different.
I think the protection is that all this food is mostly fine.
At least I get to talk about Star Wars.
You do get to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess that is those are a couple more community endurance run plans. So there will hopefully be some more folks explaining their community endurance run plans. But just in case we do not edit them toward the end of the podcast, thank you, ZP.
I could go about Natasi Dalla and how she creates the
the Dark Fleet from the Maw, and she has to destroy the Sun Crusher, which can create a black hole from just pushing a button, and it's an impenetrable space device that's the size of basically a human body.
Thank you, Jay.
I feel like you're just making these things up.
No, I'm not. I wish I was.
Wow.
Luke Skywalker falls in love with a Force ghost that possesses one of his students, so he actually falls in love with like a teenage student of his at one point.
So does he go to jail for this?
No, he doesn't. He just goes to he realizes that it's possessed by a ghost.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you for having me on, guys. It's been a pleasure.
I love Star Wars.
And thank you, listeners. So just a reminder, the Community Endurance Run will be running from April 12th to 14th. We will be raising money for Pencils of Promise, a charity that builds schools, trains teachers, and sends kids to school in developing nations. You can donate to our teams. You can donate to each of us individually to help with our donation incentives, or you can donate to the overall team at fundraise.pencilsofpromise.org/GBCERIX. Giberks. And that is how you can help us out. So, till next time, thanks for listening. Peace!